right. Got my hexes in. Came in the mail. So I figured I'd toss them on and throw the wheels on. Gonna have to do a little bit of tweaking. Got some red hex nuts to put on it. In the front, of course, another 3 bearings in here because I got 2 bearings in the axle carrier, or the steering block, and then the 1 bearing in the back of the wheel rim, because the these drag race Traxxas front funny car wheels, I should say, have a they're not a hex or a spindle bearing. So it's actually got 3 bearings on each side. Not that that actually matters. But anywho, I'm trying to figure out one way to, get this shock mount mounted back so it's, locked in place, and throw a motor and ESC on it, toss a battery on real quick, and see if I can get some movement. And I gotta toss the servo in there too. I'll be able to do that without too much problem. I don't know that I have an open full-size servo that I could toss in right off the top, but I could find one. But anyway, I do have to figure it out that. But I figured I'd take a look and get her set up on the wheels. She sits pretty high in the back right here, as you can see. I'll try to give her an angle here. And got quite the little lip, but that's all tire. I mean, that's all because of the tire. If you looked at my last video here an hour ago, I'm sitting on this, she's 2 fingers high. I mean, so yeah, all of, 1 and 3/4, 1 7/8 inch high off pumpkin is now off the ground with these drag wheels. So these are a tall tire. Probably actually will end up putting in a more reasonable size. I might even go with the minis, because I thought about these, but these when I got them, like, wow, those are kind of a big tire even for the 10 scale. So I may set those aside and go with a regular deal, which is nice. I won't need the adapters, and I can use a 12mm hex and rim and go from there. But anyways, looks pretty decent. Now let's pull this out of the bag. And get a better look. It's actually sitting on the wheels right there, but it actually sits decently in these wheel wells. Take a look here. Take a look. Get the back lined up. Too far forward. Bring it forward some. Right about there, centered. Are we looking in the front? Pretty good. Center the front up just a smidge. Come forward a tad. Let's look here. A little bit lighter. Drop right down. It's actually pretty well centered. What's that do in the back? Not bad. Puts her in a pretty good spot. A tire infinity in the back. It goes on forever. But I think that ad actually will work. Even enough room in there with that setup. Kind of add a small interior, hide some of that stuff, put a driver in there. This is body I'm going to run on it. The Ford F-100. I've got a theme I'm going to use. The body. But actually, yes, that doesn't look all that bad. The tires and wheels are nicely centered in the well. Take a look from on top. As you look at it, yeah, they're pretty well centered right there in the well. On the back, they're still not as wide. I've got to actually shift the back over because it's way off. Use those as guidelines right about there, the center. Pick it up a little bit. You see it's kind of right at those end of the body, outside edge of the body on the wing. They're all, those lines are right in the same spot pretty much on the tire. And I'd say that's pretty good centered on the front. Probably shift this way a smidge using the center line here. That looks pretty good right there. So yeah, actually say that fits in that thing pretty darn well. I think that's gonna be pretty kicking. So we'll put this over here. Katie's on the bag. We'll let her lay. Let me see. I need a motor and ESC. Which I have here. Already assembled. Solder together. Well, plugged in together, I should say. I did solder on a cat pack just so it had one. Got a Castle SCX4 combo with an old school, it's a brand new motor, but it's an old school Castle 5700 uncensored. This thing actually rolls pretty damn, it's a pretty smoking fast motor. And had very little cogging issues, a little bit, but not too bad of cogging issues back in the day. So I'm thinking, put this up in here somewhere like so. I'll have to do something with that shift weight over there. I might be able to do something with the battery and kind of have it shifted this side, kind of counteract some of the weight. You can go there. Let me see my eyes. What are you into, cat? Making noise, playing with crap you shouldn't be. Don't eat the tape. Should have called. You should have been called Cardi B Kitty. This cat's chirpy. She. I can see Cardi had cats all the time when she was younger, and they were talking because that's what this cat does. All right. So if I can get that figured out. Now, let me see. Motor bolts. I do have a couple extra. I don't want to use the titaniums in this though. Yes, that's what I'll use those other. Because that's really what they are, anyways. Where are they? What do I do with them? I put them in here, didn't I? Oh, I did use them, didn't I? Yes, I did. All right. That's doable, though. I can take those out and get them back. Let me do that then. I'll have to replace them. A couple times. I didn't think about that earlier. I should have. Alright, so I can't do those. Alright. Let me grab, let's see, a couple good plain solid motor boats. Could use those. And just a couple good washers. Alright. They're too big. Okay, nickel pieces help cut down some of that magnetic pull. Alright, let's see. Right there. This is coming to the next one. Stay kind of up in here a little bit. Alrighty. Eyes back on better. We're going to need shorter ones. Look, is too long. Alrighty, let me see. Yeah, we're gonna do this because those are, well, actually I got the bolts here. Let's see what I got. I don't know if I've got a couple of longer ones in here. I don't believe I do. A little bit longer than that. long ones. All right, let's look here and make sure what I've got. It's close. I do have 2 of those that are new. Same length. Okay, both the same length. I should be able to get them to work. Come on. You go a little too long at 10 millimeters.
Are you in here, honey?
Yep.
Yeah, hello. Okay. She looks good, dear.
Some motor in there. Go play with it a little bit. See if she works. Any major issues or anything. I still got a bit of stuff to do on it.
You want me to put that up on the charger?
Yeah, it won't hurt.
Okay. I gotta get this one to calm down. I'm gonna give her a pill. A pill?
I
don't like to give them to her unless I absolutely have to. Come on, fat cough, cough, cough.
leave the door open. I just didn't want to interrupt you guys. So I gotta.
She just popped over on the way to go drop off her kayak.
Yeah. My other thing here. So I got those. These aren't for this build. I could probably, well, no, I need a pair of them for the slipper setup anyways. But so I could probably use them, but I'm not. These are for the other actual, for competing no preps, I guess you can call them. The standardized no prep builds. I gotta put those on so I can put my VTS slippers on all 3 of my rigs now. And then I do have a Team Associated slipper I picked up. that's setting on the 13.5, that'll actually move over to this. So I'll be doing those things here, and I gotta go through the shocks and get it ready, but I figured I would try to figure out just a good position for this. There you go, right there's gonna be it. Nice, simple, easy. Yeah, I'll put it in there like that. I can slide a plate up there for the battery on the back. I don't know if I'll need it though. I might need actually want a battery up front here and use the shorty pack and run a shorty up here. Add some counterbalance weight. We'll see. She is pretty heavy in the back, and she might lift kind of easy. So I'll fill a little, I guess. She's a little longer. I'm actually kind of glad they're not. I set that there and put a little Velcro on the bottom of that spot. That one might be enough right there. Is it going to fit in there? And I think so. If I had that there. I want to run this like this though. I think that will work. Like that. Right through the middle. So peel this side. And I'll redo all this and I get the whole front end redone with a new bandit front end, and or at least a new top plate. I really don't need the bottom plate. I think the bottom plate's fine, but I just buy it and get a new top plate and trim it so it's nice and clean and trimmed much better than it is right now. I just hacked it out of there so I can get it in somewhat close, make sure everything was going to work. New top plate ain't too much. Okay. This top line here. Come on. This stuff off sometimes is a pain. Come on. Being a pain in my ass. This shitting thing. Alright. You want good. You're down pressed well. Okay. So that holds, but I want to make it a little bit more snug. So we got one more fix with that. Okay. Nasty habit I should quit someday. Now let's see. I don't know what to do with this. I think I'll simply zip strip this right to the battery cables. This is from one of my hobby wings. Hello. I'll take this one on mute. Yeah. All right, that was the boss. Well, not really a boss. The guy I contract my work through. Let me know the jobs are getting ready to go. I'm just going to temporarily mount this right here for now. I'll screw it in someplace later so it's a little bit better and more permanent. But I just kind of want it out of the way. Down here. Work. Back up there. You can go back up there. Move you back over here before I knock you off somewhere. Okay. I think that pretty much sets me up. Get the receiver or a receiver in here. Stick that right here for the minute. Grab this one. That other little piece. Yeah, right there. This can sit on this little gal for the moment. And set this little puppy. Yeah, what? And let's see. For now, that'll allow me to plug the battery in the back, but it's a lot to put up front for wire, but that's okay. I'll plug that for the minute. This goes in here. Sorry. Let's plug it in right away, dummy. All right. So let me grab a zip strip and lock that down. Put that in place. Appreciate the like. Hope everybody's doing well, or whoever just joined us. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Top this together just to hold her snug. Okay. Keep that out of the way. Move this back over here. If I maybe leave that like that. Just leave her out for a moment. Because I ain't sure where I want to throw. Let's see, we can slide this down so it can come off to the side here. We can actually come back up and actually probably come down here with it. That would be pretty much out of the way in a fairly safe spot, and will allow me to plug in that wherever I need to. That would be kind of a bitch to get to. So that way, let it do its thing. Peel you up out of the way. Water ring's always a pain in the ass. If I put that here, that there, I don't like it like that. Could essentially with that thing, it's got to go back farther. I'm going to have to do something slightly different. If I did it like this, now that's blocking off some of the air. Okay, let's do this. You on the side. Get it out of the way. You come like this. Allow me to that way I can get to the back easily. Kind of easily. Let's see if that can work. If you're wondering what that little setup here is, this little RX receiver here, this is the Radio Link R7FG. It's a 6-channel radio receiver system from Radiolink, and it has onboard telemetry. So with your onboard telemetry, you get a battery readout. That's what this is. It plugs into your battery, that plugs here, and that actually tells your receiver or your transmitter, it feeds back your battery level voltage on your rig. So on my radio, I get to see what my voltage level is on not only my receiver or my transmitter, but my receiver on the rig itself. So I can see where my voltage is, if it's 8 volts or 11 volts or 6 volts or 4 volts, right on my radio. So it's kind of a nice little deal. And then, of course, it gives you radio strength on that too. I remember which one's number 1. Yes, this top one is 1 to turn, 2 to burn. I believe it goes like this. Double check that. I believe that is going to run in this direction. So yes, I do need to put my servo in, but the beautiful thing here is I just unscrew these 2 screws, and then I've got actually, I think the 2 on, yeah, the 2 on the bottom. I undid and actually added 2 screws in the post here, just kind of stiffen them up a tad. Undo those 4 screws, and that top plate will come right off. That's why I'm trying to keep everything on the top plate. So let's just go ahead and put this down. Make it a little bit easier. One more piece of tape right there should hold that down pretty well. Do something with this though. It's not sticking very well to this 3M two-sided tape. Of course, I didn't probably knock it off with the so if I can zip through that there. I think that would work. That could work out actually pretty well. Okay, so do this way, make it low profile as possible there. All right, now I think maybe get a zip strip around this thing possibly. Let's see. Maybe not. I can get one here and get it to come out. I can, but just gotta get my finger in the right spot. Go like this with it. Okay. Well, she'll go. Just gotta get her in without ripping it. Down there though, you do need to be around it. Okay. Up, there we go. There we go. There we go.
is pretty floppy. And go like that.
And we can help hold her tight. That will hold it all pretty good. Still loose enough. Now, let me rewrap this. Do the old twist and roll. That is rubber band, isn't it? And kind of elastic band can work. All right. Fan line. So we're gonna make it smaller. See, the last one, or second last one, the sixth, the last one is the EEPROM. I don't want to be in that one. Okay, there's the fan. All I got to do is roll this one up and then, of course, get the servo. Put that in place. That installed. If you ever wonder why, if you're kind of a newer RCer, shortening up your lines like this isn't just you know, to take up slack, make the line shorter. It does that, but it also helps isolate the line by wrapping around like that. If you have a small magnet, old school days with AM and FM transmitters on your ESC channel or your steering channel, actually most people did it on their steering channel, they'd wrap their steering servo wire through a small little round magnet or around a small magnet and tape it on and then plug it in. And that magnet would help isolate the channel and get rid of some interference back in the days of AM and FM. So I think with these, just to keep them out of the way, right, wrong, or indifferent, we're going to come through here. Actually, come through here. And then wrap around and just kind of loop in here. I don't think I'll have any issues with all this bit of metal in here. Okay, run this one through. Want that to stick out the bottom, want to stick it out the back here. So back to this, our receiver here anyways, the radio. It's the Radio Link RC6GS radio system. And of course, as I said, it's the R7FG. It's their newest receiver, which adds the telemetry. Other than that, it's just 6-channel receiver radio system with complete mixing on every channel. So you can mix 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you can mix every channel together with this thing. So you can do some pretty cool radio tricks with all that mixing potential. It's runs in PCM as well as has mini USB on it. A few other features I'm not even familiar with. Full setup on the radio. One of the downsides, it's only 10 model memory, so you can only put 10 different models on it. But they have gyro and non-gyro. The FG, this means gyro, so you can turn the gyros completely off for drag racing. I don't use these for my other drag race. I'm using my old Nemadio React, which doesn't have a gyro in it. Of course, neither do the ESCs that I'm using on the other rigs. So I got no gyros on to even worry about shutting off on my other setups. But you know, this one I figured I'd run this receiver. I got, actually, I believe I have one of the RC6 or R6Fs is what it is, receivers. No gyro in that either. It's just a 6-channel, but there's no telemetry or anything on it, so you can't read radio or battery power. So I think that will actually do pretty well. And then if I go from here to the battery, that keeps it pretty good. I'll stick a battery tray up here for now. Of course, I'll have to develop body mounts off the setup. And like I say, I still got to lock down the front shock. I still got to do the shock, so I'm gonna, go through and do those too. But it's getting to be, at 4:30, we're almost 4:30, so I'm gonna have to get some dinner rolling here shortly. Get this kind of ready, and I gotta start packing stuff up and get ready to head out Monday morning. Probably need to be on the road about 6:30 or 7 to be there where I need to be at 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna try to get a few of these things ready because I'll be going down for the week, and I'll most likely take a couple toys with me and maybe some project. I might take this project for the week, do some fine tuning after work in the hotel or in the room. Not really a hotel, I guess we got a room. Kind of like a small mini apartment. There's only like 3 of us right there, so one bedroom and a pull-out couch, you know, roll away. I may have them keep the rollaway and just take a sleeping bag and sleep right on the damn floor, 'cause sometimes that's even better for my back. I haven't been working much lately, obviously, so the extra, I'm going to be stressing myself, so the extra flat surface on the floor may actually work. But I'll take a couple toys with me. But I'll be down in Brighton and Farmington area. I guess we're going to Brighton right away and get working on that one. Interesting. It's a little bit of bumps here, just a smidge. But yeah, I think she is ready to actually power up. Again, no steering servo installed. I can power up and spin the tires. I got to bind the so I'll need the binder. In the right way. Oh no, I can't spin her up. I don't have a spur system on it yet. Alright, that ain't gonna matter. But I can bind her. I can put the binder together and get the radio bound and get that done. Ooh, what do we got here? Oh, I got the wrong plug. I need the other one. Where's the other one? I've got a couple of them, I thought. Well, where is my other? I got this one. I guess I gotta put a couple bullets on that so I could use it. But there's more than one way to skin a cat. It ain't perfect, but it will work. It'll work for what I need. It's actually the one I had for this because I broke the darn piece in it. Alright, before I do that, okay, now creating a channel. So anybody ever doing an RC6GS, both buttons, got to go to, actually go down to model, enter. We're going to go one more model 3, enter. And then we can exit out. We're in model 3. I'm going to go up to number 18. That is the name. And we're going to call this, no, other way. I'm going to call it scale drag. Or whatever I can get close to that. DRG. Get to scale DG for scale drag. Now we can go out. We can power up. Right. Okay. And now power on. And now we've got to push the button and bind. Starts blinking. There it is. Automatically caught. Alright, I have to get into this. Now it's sensing power. Oh, yeah, I see why. We go up to alarms, which is number 19. It put 1 volt, so it's not low. The only bad thing about this radio is it will bounce through you and take you out of your damn screen. Ah, dog. Okay, let's do this. Stop sending. I'm gonna have to get into the manual here a bit. Okay, it's waiting for the signal. Stir it. Sure why it does that. I should turn that thing down.
The battery's fine. 8.1 volts. Got good signal. It's reading it. I've got nothing on the. Mm, 100. There we go. Okay. Switch directions. Okay, there we go. Now, pain in the butt here. Tell me, alarm on the battery. Try it now. Didn't save. Okay, it's all good. .1 volts, which is a little over for 2S. model EPA, steering, speed throttle, speed, ABS, acceleration, auto up, sub trim, reverse, dual rate, alternate, PM mix 1, PM mix 2, auxiliary channel, name, alarm, gyro. Go ahead and turn it off. Fail safe. Into settings. Auto speed reset. Don't get that. It should be beeping because it's 8.2 volts on the radio, but 8.1 here. Damn thing should shut off. Plugged in right. Don't get it. I was using this the other day. I had this issue on the other one. And I set it up, and all I had to do is kind of readjust. Instead of 8 volts, it's at 8.1 volts. The alarm's still going off. And set the alarm off at 7 volts, 7.4. Maybe it's this ESC or this receiver having a little quirk. You can't shut it off either. Here's one of the bad things. Let me try this. This could pain in the butt. Hey, it has. That Chris, right? Funny you hit me up, dude. Just seeing you pop in, not sure how long ago you sent the message. What you been up to, Christopher? Weird. Very weird. Alright, well, it's moving. I'll figure out the problem with the radio. Let me try this. Let me just try to shut this off and on. Because it's been kind of stuck in that mode. It's on scale rig. Let me try to turn it on now and see what happens. Probably going to go right back into... Yep. And it shouldn't be. Got them set right. TX at 9.3. I'm running a 3S. Try it one more time. Now, one thing has been a pain on this radio. But yeah, it's probably been almost a decade. I think last time I caught up with you, you were over at Nick's. That's annoying. Shut that off, shut that off. I'll figure that out in a bit. Not sure if you're still here watching. But might be. Or you might pop back in and watch a little bit more. But I'm still in the same place here in Midland. Alright, move this over here. Oh yeah, you must have popped out. I don't see only one person here watching now again, and I think it's my
YouTube's by. Overall, for a test setup, she should work out pretty good. I'll figure something out, you know, put the battery up here like so. I got a battery plate I can strap in there, make work. But yeah, I think I'll call it that one right now and be good for the moment. I want to put this with those other hexes because that's where they went. Where did they do it though? It's right here, I think. Should I slide them in at that one? No. Be a good place for them though. There they are. Put you in here with that. Put you on this side with this one. And we'll slide you in here with these ones. We got a couple trio brass hexes in here for the axe. There, that gets up there. But yeah, Chris, if you do jump back in and catch this little thing, we need to talk. I got some painting work I might need done. I have to go over there, didn't I? Because I was just thinking about you the other day, going, yeah, I wonder if Chris is still around. I, you know, should get a hold of him and see if he's still painting and stuff. I have to presume you've been up there in the home area, you know, crawling and geeking out for the last couple years up there. All right. I think that is going to have to go back a little farther. It does look like these wheels got a little bit of front slope to them. And they should have a little bit of back slope to them. Pull those out. Now, yeah, I think I can work with this though. Come on. Hope you put bullets on that one at one point. Right on. I think they'll leave her at this for the moment and figure out some dinner. Chris, I still got the same home phone number, so if you still got that, give me a call. I've got a cell phone number, not the same one I had back in the day. Same email addresses. Well, no, actually that's changed too. It's no longer at SpeedNet. Leave me a message and comment here, or look me up on Facebook. Tim Locke over on Facebook. I've usually got a account and band somewhere, or Levi Luther over on Facebook. But hit me up, man. Let's get together. Got the front yard hooked up, and I got a crawler area back on the side of the yard again. So hit me up, and we'll go from there. All right, folks, I'm going to run and get some food in the family's gut and mine, and we'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for checking it out. Hit that like, share, and subscribe.